Hey, 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 happy day, how are you? Health, wealth, life, hashtag health, wealth, life, day 86 or 87. I can never bloody remember. Anyway, how's your day? What have you learnt today? What's the insight that you've picked up today? I am curious. Pop it in the box below. Pop it in the comment box. Tell me one thing you learned today. I am seriously interested. This is all this is about, right? Sharing insights, sharing something that we picked up today, sharing something that I learned, an insight that I had, a question that stimulated something, my mental soup, and added a little bit extra seasoning to that, and changed my day slightly. Maybe change the direction of my day. What's happened to you? Let's share that. Remember, I talk about if you've got Rose, happy to see you. If you learn one thing in a day and you don't make that mistake again, that's clever. You're not making the same mistake again, which is stupid. But if we can share those insights, if we can share those lessons, then we all grow quicker, we all grow faster. Sue, good to see you. Happy you're back in the house. Hi, Rose. I need a haircut badly. I'm getting one this week. Anyway, so what's the one thing you learned? What's the one thing you learned from Health, Wealth, Life? I am really interested. Just quickly pop it in the box. Pop it in the comment box. What's the one thing you've picked up? I'm interested to see what you've learned, what you've picked up. If I've said something about lifestyle, exercise, nutrition, or supplementation, and what stood out to you. I'm really curious to know what you guys are picking up. So just pop it in. Take a second and pop it in. Also, do me a favor and press invite. Invite one friend at least. Do me a favor, invite one friend at least. Just do that straight away. Press invite. Jane, good to see you all the way from Nigeria, I believe, unless you're traveling. So press invite and invite one friend for me now. I'd really appreciate that. And if I say anything that resonates with you or could help you, press the thumbs up and give me a share. Sharing is caring. Right. So for me, the next thing I want to learn, because what's the next thing you want to learn? Do you know that? Have you got that set? Is it a goal? What's the next thing you want to learn? I'm firing questions at you, but feel free just to pop them in the box. If you're watching live or if you're watching as a recording, pop it in the box. I will reply, I promise, and we'll get the conversation going. So a conversation is someone asks a question or poses a question about something and you answer. That's it. So join the conversation. Jane, thank you. Welcome aboard. I've learned I need to organise my time management. I need to learn more about what healthcare is about. Homework is to read up on stuff. Okay, cool. So when you do that, one of the quickest ways to do that is to model someone who's already done it. So for instance, there's no point you going and saying, right, I'm going to train all the million different ways there is to train and make all the mistakes, take 25 years and say, I've got it. It's free weights training. You could have just come to an expert and they said, the best way to train is free weights training, and bam, and it's like 2 seconds, you got the answer. So the best way to do that, Jane, is what you're doing. You're looking in, you're following certain people who are experts in the field. I know a couple of people that you're watching and they're super guys and they know their stuff. So that's the best way to do it in whatever field you're in, particularly health and wellness, because there's so many different takes on it. But find someone who's an expert in it and follow what they say. Be honest with yourself and follow exactly what they say, because they'll cut your time down by, dramatically, by years. So anyway, they might have a better strategy than you and they don't need to take 10 years to figure your strategy out. They've already done all the mistakes. So let's learn from them. That's a quick way. It's called modeling. All right, so the next thing I want to learn is how to deliver a dramatic, impactful and radical shift in a positive manner for you or anyone who attends my one-day seminar. So I'm putting together a one-day seminar and which is going to be all around health, wellness, performance, and a radical shift, a positive shift in energy that's going to happen on that day, but not just happen on that day, it's going to continue for the rest of your life. And as we go through those techniques that I'm going to give you, it's going to increase like a snowball going down the hill. It's going to get bigger and more impactful, more powerful and harder to stop. So that's the next thing that I want to learn. Kate, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Hope you're well. And so if you're interested in that seminar, just type interested and I will keep you informed. I am making a note of people who type interested and I will reach out. I will send you some information as soon as that's available. That's coming really soon, by the way. So we're working on this as we speak. Well, not as we speak, but around me speaking on here. So today, let's get to it. Today I want to, I'm here not to give you an answer really about anything. I'm here to pose a question. And for me, it's a really important question, okay? Hillary, good to see you again. So I'm here to pose a question today. And here's the question. If you look back 5 years ago, 2012, you look back 5 years ago, are you where you thought you would be? So if you go back to 2012, 5 years ago, and you're in 2012 and you're thinking, in 5 years' time, I'm going to have, what are the things that we might have thought about? We could be looking at our health. Oh, I'm going straight into the next one. I'm so used to writing that. We could be looking at our health. We could be looking at our wealth. See what I've done there? Yeah, we could be looking at our relationships. You noticed how I've sped up being able to write backwards. If you've been watching these for a while, I'm writing backwards. But I've sped up. So that shows you can start at something and be really crap at it and get better. It's just a matter of doing it. Conscious competence, emotion, repetition. Remember that? How to master something. Right. What else? Another one, which is really important, is skills. Have you got the skills to pay the bills? One of my best friend's son, who was 6 years old, said that to me. He was playing football. He said, "I've got the skills to play the bills. I'm going to beat you." I thought it was brilliant. 5 years ago, I was about 2.5 stone heavier, and I didn't know whether I'd be able to keep that weight off. And you have, Sue? Have you done that? That's amazing if you have. Please let us know. Jane, now I'm starting a new path. Okay, cool. Gosh, no better house, but worse career, health and relationships. So some things improve, some not. Maybe better in terms of my earning. And yes, you kept the weight off. Amazing. All right, so if we look at those, so if we look at health, if we look at our wealth or our income, if we look at our relationships, if we look at our skills, 5 years ago, are we in the position now that we thought we would be 5 years ago? And that's just the question I want to ask you. Because the next question is, how do we get to where we want to be? And the simple answer is choices. We make decisions and choices. And that's how we get to where we want to be. Now, if we make positive decisions, we'll end up closer to where we want to be. If we make negative, further away, right? Simple. So how do we make those choices? Jane's helped us clarify that a little bit. We look to people who've already achieved what we want for our life. So if you want an amazing body, a physique, you want to change your physique, look for someone who does that for a living, or someone who has changed their physique, and talk with them, have a conversation with them, follow their posts, because they'll give gems of information and save you loads and loads of time. Thank you, Jane, for bringing that up earlier, because you've helped us clarify something in this conversation, that you can search, find, and model the behavior or the techniques or the language of someone who's already been there and done that, what you want to achieve. So that's one of the quickest ways to do it, right? And follow an expert. Get a mentor in it, basically. And the beauty of mentors today, we don't have to go and see them face to face, although that's amazing if we can. We can spend time with them like this, like digital. We can spend time on the phone. We can listen to a YouTube video or a podcast and watch a YouTube video. You know, there's so many options. And we could spend an hour with, Elon Musk talking about how he created Tesla or his rocket company or PayPal, and we could hear all of that and spend an hour with him. And he's a genius. Absolutely amazing, and that's what we get a chance to do these days. And the potential for today is so much bigger than ever before in history. So we're in an amazing space, an amazing time, an amazing opportunity. Glass is always half full, it must be. So what choices do you need to make around what you want to achieve? So the first thing you need to do is sit down and realize, I've missed the H off it. Help. That's better. All right, so what you want around your health. What do you want to, what does that look like? What does that feel like? How's that experienced in your day-to-day life when you get out of bed? Do you jump out of bed and think, oh yes, I've got to get on with the day? Or you're like, oh man, I've got to get on with the day. How is it for you? Because we really want, I want you to be full of energy, because then when we start having a conversation, you're going to lift me and vice versa. Yeah, and if we keep doing that, we're going to buzz around and we're going to get better things done. There's no doubt about it that the energy and emotion has powerful impact over our life. What about your wealth? Make a clear decision about where you want that to be. We need that decision first of all. Your relationships, what do they look like? What do you want? What does the person who you're in a relationship with, what are they like? And write all those down. We've had this conversation in previous messages on social media. Join those, have a look back and join the conversation. And skills, this is really important. So what skills do you want to pick up? Because it's all about skills. Happiness is a skill. Yeah? I always end with that sentence. Happy is a skill that you can learn, right? And it is. It all is skills. So this is the question today. I'm not going to give you loads of answers. All I've done is given you an answer of you need to ask the right questions and then you need to make the right decisions. That's all I've suggested today. And that's the conversation we're having today. So where do you want to be in 5 years from now? Where do you want to be in 5 years from now? And then once you've clarify the main priorities for you, where you want to be in 5 years from now. Take a piece of paper and a pen, or write it down on your laptop or your phone, wherever, and just write down the main things for you. So maybe it's health, maybe it's wealth, maybe it's relationships, maybe it's skill, whatever it is for you. Write the main titles, and then refine it. Write down where exactly you want to be. What does that look like? What's the experience of that every day for each one? And then we've got 5 years to get there. How are we going to do that? So we could put in place, right, I know a great financial expert who I'm going to follow. I'm going to read all their books. I'm going to follow all their podcasts. I'm going to watch all their videos, all that stuff, right? So then we pick up all their information. We can pick their brains. We might be able to get on one of their entry-level courses, for example. Yeah, so do all the things that they suggest. So, and then we can make those choices, and we can make those choices quicker because we don't need to make those mistakes, because the person we're following, the person we're having a conversation with, has been there and done that, made those mistakes, says don't do it that way, do it this way. Make sense? Make sense? Give me a thumbs up, give me a share, press the share button now. Let's get this question out there. I think it's a really important question, and I'd love to hear your answers. So I'm talking directly to you, everyone who's watching, directly to you. Are you in the perfect place where you thought you would be from 5 years ago? So back to 2012, looking at your life now, and you achieved everything you wanted from 5 years ago. Have you done that? Is there anyone out there watching this live or watching this as a recording? Have you done it? If you have, hi Alicia, if you have, type yes in the comment box, and please share some insights. We're all really interested. Thank you for sharing, Alicia. I appreciate that. I'm interested, if there is anyone who has achieved all their 5-year goals, what are the specific things you did? Any insights that you can give away and save us all some time? I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn as well, absolutely, every day. And that's why I'm always looking for what did I learn today, and then I share it with you. All right, so today was more like a question rather than, yeah, most people don't achieve everything, but there might be someone, right? That's why I've asked the question. There could be someone who watches this who's said, well, 5 years ago, I've got everything actually. Maybe they were aware of it. Maybe they weren't aware of it. And they thought, actually, I've done everything that I set out 5 years ago. And the beautiful thing about this is when you write it down, we can look back on this 5 years, 10 years time and say, or 2 years time and say, wow, these are really happening now. I know how long it takes to get a business going. And you know, first year in, you're like, oh, it's driving me mad. I can't get the momentum and blah, 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 blah. In the most part. Sometimes they just take off, they launch, but in the most part. And then 2 years down the line, you think, wow, this is really rocking now. This is moving. It's got its own momentum. It's got its own life. It's amazing. No, I didn't realize how important it was. I got my dream house and my daughter, so I feel I can't complain. Can't complain or can't plan? I feel I can't plan. Heart condition. Okay, my daughter has a heart condition. Sorry to hear that, Kate. I think you can still plan around it, because I think you should still plan around it, absolutely, because it's going to benefit your daughter, right? And there's going to be blockages for all of us. Brett, how are you, mate? Good to see you. You're still in London, I believe. Going back to Westchester soon. Let's catch up before you go. Try and pop in. Kate, so what I was saying, I think you should still plan and think about it, not in a way of restriction, but how do you still succeed in the space of the blockages and the difficulties that are going on in your life? How do you still succeed, and how do you still achieve and experience a life of happiness and finding that freedom? And what would that look like? You know, maybe it's finding an amazing solution, you know, searching and keeping your mind open to find an expert who's an expert at heart conditions, and that could find something that hasn't been found yet for your daughter. Maybe it's that. And write that down. That's a goal, right? So, you know, in a year's time, you know, make the goal for sooner, so it happens sooner. Okay, Hilu, what did you say? I set out to divorce and start a new business, done both, but just need to start making money and get healthy and find a new man. Okay, all good. Right, so good, you've got some goals. Write them down, have clarity around them, and let's put a date on that, right? Let's write this down. Write all this down, put dates on it, today's date, write them all down, and then we'll work on this. In a year's time, we'll see where we're at, how close we are. Maybe we're going to achieve it. Maybe everything's moving in the right direction, right? But we first need to take that step. Okay, so where will you be from 5 years from now? That's the next step. Okay, so put that all down. Put that all down. Let's get it down. Now, the only way we're going to get there is by choices and decisions. That's it. I'm going to close it all off here. So it's by choices and decisions on a daily basis. So there is a definite compound effect from our daily tiny choices that we make. Tiny choices. They don't have to be big every day. The little things. Shall I eat this chocolate bar, or shall I have some smoked salmon instead? Shall I go to the gym, or shall I avoid it today and sit in my car and look at Facebook? You know, all these things, right? So make slightly better choices. So you might say, I'm not going to eat chocolate bar and I'll eat a mouthful of this smoked salmon because I really want to eat the chocolate bar. But you eat the mouthful of smoked salmon and the craving goes away a little bit. You might not go to the gym for the full hour workout, but you might get in there for 15 minutes. At least you did something, right? So make the right choices, just a tiny bit each day. You'll get better and better at this, I swear. So it's all about choices and decisions, okay? Where were you 5 years ago? Have you achieved all your dreams? Have you achieved all your goals from 5 years ago? Okay, just answer that in your mind, first of all. And then, where do you want to be in 5 years' time? Write that down, have some clarity around it, and then write some steps, some action steps of how you can get to that goal. Okay, and then keep your mind open of how we're going to do that. So, say for instance, I'm going to have my dream body at the age that I'm at. I think this is possible, and this is a slight stretch. Let's make it a slight stretch. So, you know, if you've got a dream body of your own body and picture in your mind, have it as a slight stretch. Just improve it just a touch more even, and just say, right, how can I do that? Well, you need to learn about health and wellness and training. So you need to follow someone who gives you guidance on all of that, and you choose who that is. Try out their techniques, follow what they say, whoever that is, and get the results you want. If not, you find another person who gets you. You might outgrow your mentors sometimes. All right, so if you want to take care of one big thing, one big shotgun approach, then there's something you can do. It takes 10 seconds a day, and it's omega balancing, okay? So if you're interested in taking this 10 seconds a day, it's like £1.13 a day as an investment. It's a no-brainer. It takes you 10 seconds, and it will make a massive impact on your life. It's the easiest thing that I can give you to improve your health and improve your energy, help you lose body fat from doing nothing much really. 10 seconds, it can help. And if you add that to a healthier diet and a slightly more active lifestyle, then the effects are compounded. Einstein said compounding is the ninth, I believe it's the ninth wonder of the world. Einstein said that. So if we can start compounding these efforts and choices, we can compound our results exponentially, make massive growth together, right? So if you want to take care of something, take a big chunk of the health and wellness side of things, then just type Omega in there and I'll send you a quick video introduction. And that's one way that I think is so simple that I can get you started on, and you can just start this week and take care of that. It's a massive impact. It's the biggest shotgun approach. You're going to get the biggest effect for the tiniest amount of effort and finance, really. It's really doable. £1.13 a day. Anyway, worth a coffee, right? All right, that's it for today. I hope the questions... Thanks, Hillary. We'll have a chat about that. We'll chat more. I'm going to write this date. Perfect. My plan is to start by improving my health. Perfect, Rose. You're taking the right steps. We've begun that. All good. Sue, thank you for the thumbs up. Give me a share. Press share. Get this message out there. Let's bring some people to the conversation and invite someone to the party tomorrow. Let's go 6 p.m. again tomorrow night. Invite someone. Invite a friend to the party. So that's it today. Where were you 5 years ago? Where will you be in 5 years' time? That's all I want to leave you with. Have your brain mull that over tonight. Okay, guys, have an amazing rest of the day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. I wish you the best of luck with your day, happiness and health. And remember, always remember to never forget that happy is a skill that you can learn. And this is a better way to bring out your personal best. Let's go get some health wealth. Let's take the world with us. I'll see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Lots of love. Over and out.